welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to go over the 3-hour glucose with you. I want to do a sit down video and go into detail about that because a lot of people don't understand the 3-hour. I didn't whenever I first went. So, excuse me, I'm out of breath. Everything I do is out of breath because I'm a little over 31 weeks or something like that. So I'm getting pretty close. So I'm trying to catch my breath on everything. So in the last video, if you haven't seen that, I'll try to link it down below, but it was like a vlog video, and the doctor had called and said I did not pass my 1 hour, but I failed it by 3 points, which I was not very happy about because I don't like getting poked with needles. So I have a needle phobia, which is horrible when you're pregnant because you get poked all the time. So with that being said, I had to go back a week later and do a 3-hour. My experience with the 3-hour wasn't horrible, like awful, like people say. The worst thing they say is like the drink. Again, I do have a needle phobia, so the needle part was the hard part for me. The drink was not bad at all. The first one I did the lemon lime for the first hour. But this second time I went to do the 3-hour, they only had orange. They didn't have anything to pick from, so I had to, of course, do the orange. It wasn't bad. It definitely went Orange Crush Pop for me. But it's just like flat pop is what it tastes like to me. It wasn't too bad. So for a 3-hour test, what you do is you go in for your appointment. They'll usually do the appointment with the lab. You won't really see your doctor that day. And then you go in there and they draw your blood. Like the first thing when you walk in, they draw your blood, and then it's before you drink anything. So you can't have anything to eat or drink. My doctor did 12 hours, like it's a fast. Like I fasted for a little over 12 hours, but she also said I didn't have to eat after midnight, but my appointment was at 8 a.m. So I did from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. And then, of course, whenever you go get your blood drawn and then you drink the drink, you can't have anything for 4 hours. So with that being said, I went in, this is like 12 hours of me having nothing to eat. The only thing I had was water in the morning. You could allowed to have water because I asked her on that. I was like, I can't drink anything. And she's like, no. But I was like, what about water? Actually, that helped me pass my glucose. So I'll tell you guys about that too. So when I came in, I brought 3 water bottles with me because I'm really weird about water bottles, so I have to drink a certain kind because I think water tastes dirty because I drink so much water. But I brought 3 water bottles with me, and then my first one, he went in, he drew my blood, he gave me the glucose, which was like 100 milligrams or something. I'll put a picture up here of like the actual thing if I can find one. When you do a 1 hour, it's only 50. So this one was 100. And then for every hour after he drew my blood, I had to get a blood draw every hour. So I started at 8, my next one was 9, 10, and 11. So the first poke wasn't too bad. It was really easy. I drank a lot of water all day and all night to keep me kind of full so I wouldn't be hungry for the fast. And it didn't hurt that bad. Then the second draw was the 1 hour after that, which I did pass the 1 hour after that. I passed the first one, of course, because that's just your normal, like what you are normally without the sugar drink. So with the sugar drink, I passed the first and second test. I can't remember what it was like between 170 and 166 or something, but I was like right in the middle. That was the first test I took, and he did it in the opposite arm. I have really deep veins in my arms, so that one was painful. He had to poke me like 3 times, which I feel like I was gonna pass out because I don't do needles, so that one was really painful. And then after that, I was like, just do the rest in this arm because he always gets this arm really quick and easy. I think some of my veins you can kind of see, and this one you can't. So I was like, just go ahead and get this arm the rest of the time, and then we'll go from there. So after that, then I sat down. After I had got my blood drawn, the first, like between the first blood draw and the second, I drank a bottle of water. Same thing from the second to the third and third to the fourth. I drank a bottle of water between each one to keep me hydrated, so the blood draw didn't hurt, but also it helped kind of wash that sugar down. I have very sensitive teeth, so drinking 100 milligrams of like pure sugar really bothers my teeth. So I drink water in between. And then of course, when you're pregnant, you have to go to the bathroom every 5 minutes when you drink a lot of water like that. But I drank water in between, and that kind of helped. And then the other 2 tests were the exact same. They went in this arm. The last one, I felt like my blood sugar was getting really low. I was getting really shaky and like nauseous. But right after I left at 11, we went straight and got something to eat, and I started to feel a little better. But I could feel like I needed something to eat, because at that time it was like 15, 16 hours of not having anything to eat. And that's like the only part that sucks, is the very end. I mean, you're having a baby and you're gonna get poked. So the getting poked part, you can't really maneuver around. And just take my advice, fast on the first hour and you won't have to do a 3 hour. That's what I've heard the most. A lot of people fail the first one because they tell you not to fast. But I failed by 3 points, and it was really just like heartbreaking, because I didn't want to go back and do like a 3 hour, and I just did not want to be poked like 5 times, and it was just a big ordeal. So, excuse me, I have heartburn so bad. So with that being said, the 3 hour, and then within 24 hours, I have with my hospital, we have a online, they call it My Chart, but my online test where I can go and look and see what I failed by, what I passed by, if I passed, and they'll say pass or failed. They put them all on there later that night, the next day, and I got to see that I passed all 4 tests. So I have no idea how I did not pass the first one besides the fasting part. I did not fast on the first one, and I failed by 3 points. So next time, if that ever happens again, I'm just gonna go ahead and fast like I did this time. It's only 1 hour, and then I can go eat after, and I think that I'll pass. Again, with me drinking 100 milligrams of sugar, I didn't feel jittery. I didn't feel like my blood sugar was really high. I didn't feel any kind of way. I just felt normal, and I think that's a good sign that you feel normal. I was so scared of feeling like shaky or something, but I just felt normal. But again, I do have a needle phobia, so one person had to draw my blood. He was the older guy in the hospital that's done it for a long time. There was some, I say kids, but people just out of school down there, you know, stick and poking people, and I just did not want to be a dummy for that. So I had to have one person do my blood the whole time, or I'd probably pass out. I don't do very well with needles. Again, on the 3 hour, if you throw up, pass out, anything like that, you have to go back and retake again. So I was trying my hardest to get through everything and not have to do it again. I try to stray away from the needles and be healthy as possible. But my 3 hour experience wasn't too bad. I mean, it's really just sitting there. Now, the 3 hours went by really, really fast for me, except for the last hour, because I was starving, I was thirsty, I was ready, because I already drank my water bottle, so I'm dying. I want to get out of there. I don't want to be poked again because my arms are sore. I could not, after getting poked, I could not carry my purse. Like, that's how bad my arms were, like, hurting. I guess you could say, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it wasn't like they were, like, hurting where I can't move them, but they were, like, really sore. Like, I didn't want to carry any weight. So thank God my husband was there to hold my hand and do everything, because I sound like a big baby. But if he wasn't there, I don't know what I would have done, because I'm a very big, I used to have to be held down when I was a kid to get shots or anything. I've always had a needle phobia. I just don't do needles. Excuse me. But yeah, it wasn't bad. But hallelujah, I passed. I do not have gestational diabetes. That was my biggest fear, because my mother has type 1 diabetes. So getting diabetes was a fear for me. I did not want it. When I heard that I did not pass the first one, I was really scared and worried. So I changed my diet to eat healthier for that whole week. That helps as well too, is not eating as much sugar and salt and fast food. Cut that out completely. I was eating baked stuff, fruits, vegetables. anything that was natural sweet, I would eat, but I wasn't eating chocolate ice cream, fries, stuff like that. I kind of stayed away from. I did have a few here and there, but I did not go every night, and I just kind of changed everything to help with my regulation of my body, and drank a lot of water, like a lot. The whole week I drank probably, well, if you go to Sam's or Costco, they have those big things of water. I would drink a case of that to myself a week. And then I also work in fast food, so I would drink like the 32-ounce cups at work, and I don't know how many of those I would drink, a day. So I drink a lot of water, and I felt better when I did that. So I've kind of been trying to keep it up. But everything so far has been healthy and great, so I want to keep it that way. And hopefully I have a healthy delivery. Please pray, because I want to just do everything normal and natural and everything healthy. But for the 3 hour, it's not as bad as everybody says it is. If you have a low tolerance to sugar, the drink's gonna be bad for you. Low tolerance to needles, that's not gonna be very great. And that's why I think people say it's like this horrible experience and you don't want to do it. And I have a phobia of needles, and I have very sensitive teeth. The sugar drinking part wasn't bad for me. Sugar doesn't really bother me. Because I ate candy as a kid. So with that being said, the flavor and stuff did not bother me. Yes, it was like watered down pop, like not carbonated, like what I'm trying to say. It was like not carbonated. That's the only thing that was like kind of gross, but it wasn't bad. The needles were the worst for me. Like that was the worst thing. But once it was over, it was done. And the way I looked at it was, okay, after 11 o'clock, I'm out of here and I don't get poked again. So I had to have a positive mindset to be okay. The last one I about freaked out on. I was ready to be done. It hurt bad. Like I even made a noise. I was like, but I was glad that was the last one and that was it. So if you guys have to take a 3 hour, just go ahead. You'll be okay, I promise. It was the worst. The last hour was the worst. Everything else was fine. It wasn't a big deal. My hospital had a comfy chair too, so I could sit in there, and it was like a rocking chair, kind of like a nursery chair. And then they had these other hard chairs, so I got to sit in the comfy chair for 3 hours. But I brought my computer. I did some editing, checked all my emails, just kind of kept myself busy, bring an iPad or something. And usually hospitals have plugins or something, so I used my computer, edited, and did all that. Kept me occupied for a couple hours. They also had HD TV on the TV, they had a big flat screen in there, so I actually I watched that too, so it kind of kept me busy between every hour. And they just gave me a timer, so I didn't have to what time is it? I just waited till the timer went off. But it wasn't bad. I don't understand why people say this is horrible and this is so bad and it's awful. No, I don't think so. I really don't. And I do have a phobia of needles, so that, saying that coming out of me was hard for people, because I was like, no, it's not that bad. But anyway, I wanted to inform you guys about the 3 hour, and that I did take it, because you do have a say so as a patient, whether you do or don't. I did it for my baby's sake, not for me. Like I said, I don't like needles. I probably said that 1,000 times in this video, and it's so true. It is going to be hard for me to get an epidural or anything at the hospital, but it is for my baby, not for me. And that's the way I look at it, is to help me get my baby here, and that's all that matters. And I just want a healthy child, and I wanted to make sure of that, and that's why I went on with the test. And also it runs in my genes, so I had a bigger risk than normal people on that. But with all that being said, I'm perfectly healthy. Everything came back perfect. So we'll stay on that train for about 8.5 more weeks, and then our baby boy will be here, and I can't wait to share his name and everything with you guys. So this will be the end of this video. I will see you guys in my next video. Hit the subscribe button, the like and comment, and then there's a little notification bell. If you guys hit that, it'll notify you every time that I upload. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.